Hey Forza heads, here we are again with another tuning guide for you. So I've been saying I'd do a front wheel drive one, so as we've got D-Class running this week, I thought I'd do a D-Class Clio. So this is my Renault Clio, little paint job I've done on it. So let's go and have a look.
Your instructor is one of the finest pilots this program has ever produced. His exploits are legendary. What he has to teach you may very well mean the difference between life and death.
So the main thing to do with the front wheel drive cars, well, with most cars, is create rotation. It's just front wheel drive cars need it more than others, but you need to be able to control the lift off oversteer as well. So I'm not going to bother with a rear wing. Have a front bumper, we have a rear bumper. Have a middle hood. Won't bother with side skirts. Transmission we'll have, driveline we'll have, wheels will come back to, tyre compound will go full, tyre width we'll go 205, 225 at the moment. Full weight reduction, we've got middle brakes, so I'll just try to save the points on some power and on the already over. So that's where we are there. There we go, looks like we're there already. Oh, extra drive line. No extra flywheel. This looks right on the stats. So what we're going to do is we're going to give it a quick tune up, and then we'll see if we can take it into a multiplayer quickly and give it a try out. So tuning wise, we're going to put the tyre pressures on the front, what we at, we're below 2000, we're going to go to 24, and then we're going to leave the rears on 30. You don't use the rears much on front wheel drive cars, so they'll struggle to get the heat in them, fronts won't. So yeah, that's your tyre pressures. Gearing, we're going to gear it short so we can at least get a bit of a jump off the lights. So we're going to go 30, 50, 65, 80, 95. Make sure that's on 30, I noticed there was a jump there. And then 110 would do, wouldn't it? Oh. So there we go, we've got 122, that seems alright. Okay, so we're going to add a little bit of camber to the front. Going to add a little bit of camber to the rear. Going to go toe on the front and toe on the rear here, because we're going to try and get the rear end to come around a little bit as well. So I should give you a quick rundown just in case it's the first tuning guide you see. So we've geared it just for launching D-Class here, so you can get a good launch off the lights. Let's say you want to gear most of your cars. I see so many people are just slow off the lights. You want a really short first gear so you can get your jump, get into your power, and then cruise on through. With your camber, so camber, I run this the same as I would a rear wheel drive or four wheel drive, but similar to four wheel drive, if it is a car that struggles with a bit of snap off rear, then you can increase the camber on the rear a little bit. It's not going to matter. The rear tyres don't do too much, so it can handle it, and it'll just help catch it when you go into a corner. The more it leans, the more contact area you'll get, so the more it should stop it. Toe, like I say, so toe, this is a slightly faster response to steering this way. This is a slightly slower response to steering this way. So 1 click's generally enough. Again, same on the rear. It's a slightly slower reaction from the rear, less twitchy. Slightly quicker reaction from the rear, more twitchy. So again, 1 click, 2 clicks is all you'll ever need on that. Front caster, so we'll have 7.0 on the front caster. That will increase your front camber probably by about an extra degree by the time you get into a full bend. So yeah, it just increases the camber of the front tyres. The more you lean on them, again, the more contact area you get. When you're in a straight line, you've got less friction, so less resistance when it comes to trying to make speed. Roll bars, so on the front wheel drive cars we are going to go completely extreme on this, because we're going to set up as much rotation as we can. So with regards to rotation, if you're starting any tune and you want to tune it yourself from basic and go round and round and tune, then you're going to want to start with it around 20-20, and then see how it feels going around the corner. If it feels like it's understeering, then just reduce the front, because a softer front and a stiffer rear will mean that the springs, well, the roll of the car will load up through to the tyres quicker on the rear than it will the front, so the rear will want to come round before the front hits full grip, so it could therefore create a bit of rotation. So if you wanted to get rid of rotation, you'd just stiffen the front, and therefore the front tyres would load up first and you'd get understeer. So that is the general rule with the roll bars. So with this we're going to go full all out oversteer because it's front wheel drive. Springs we're going to leave to where they are, and we're going to leave about a 50 difference. On the rear wheel drive cars are generally about 25 difference, but we're going to leave it at 50 difference. So it's quite stiff, but you're just a little bit lighter on the rear, a little bit more softer on the rear, shall I say, and that way it just, again, it helps control the extra rotation that we put into the car. Ride height we're going to knock all the way down on the front. We're going to do 1 click on the back, again just helps with pitching the car and braking and rotation of the car in bends. We're just going to stick with the standard 4.6, 4.6, 6.9, 6.9 for the bump stiffness. So this is the rate in which your dampers close, and this is the way in which they open. So when you go over a bump and your tyre closes up into the wheel arch, this is the speed in which the damper allows the wheel to come in, and this is the speed in which the damper allows the wheel to be fired back out. Generally, rule of thumb, you want this to be 50% higher than this number. So 4.6 plus 50% would be 2.3 equals 6.9. So that is the rule of thumb with the damping. So with the roll centre, we're going to stick with what we know at the moment. This seems like a pretty good setup. So that just helps rotate the car a little bit, just 2 clicks to the left, 2 clicks to the right. So negative 0.8, positive 0.8. And then the anti-dive we're going to put up to 25. And then the anti-squat on a rear wheel drive car, anywhere around, 0 to 5 should be good enough. Once you come into here, it's too soft. I mean, if you had 1500 horsepower, then you might want to start going this way, but it will just soften the acceleration of the car. So as you apply the acceleration, the momentum that goes through the car makes the car squat on the rear, and the quicker it stiffens up, the quicker it sends that grip to the rear tyres, and the quicker you're away. So it'd be a little bit more wheel spinny if it was harder, and it'd be a little bit less wheel spinny if it was softer. So we're going to run this right up, because again we're going to try and increase rotation, and we haven't got to worry too much about rear squat. So we're going to have that on 40. We haven't got any rear aero, so we're going to chuck the front aero right up, get as much grip as we can. Didn't change anything, stayed at 122, 120. Speed stayed the same, 122. All the twos. Brake slight bias to the rear, and we're going to go 130 pressure. This is just so the brakes are a little bit more snatchy when you first push them, but for trail braking it's so much better to give them a first initial hard sort of grab, and then gradually come off and smooth into the bend, trying to keep your momentum. You've got to think about racing, especially when you're in classes where cars are all the same. You've got to think of it in the same sort of niche as soapbox racing, where it's all about momentum and not scrubbing speed. So think of that when you're braking into corners and things like that. It's not all about the king of the lake breakers, it's about momentum. maintaining momentum. After all, your lap time is a combination of distance travelled by speed. So the more speed and more momentum you keep, the more your lap time improves. It's not all about fastest up the straight and latest on the brakes. Differential on the front wheel drive cars, anywhere between 50 and 100, but basically this will block the wheels out, so you'll have no wheel spin on 100%, whereas if you're in a rear wheel drive car at 100% you'd have full wheel spin. On a front wheel drive car, if you're down here, you'd be full wheel spin, and on a rear wheel drive car you'd have full control. So it is the opposite way round on front wheel drive. So we're going to put it on 100 to try and eliminate all of the wheel spin. Now you can edge this down a little bit as we get into it and see till you get to the point in which it starts wheel spinning, but 100% is honestly fine on a front wheel drive car. It's fine on a four wheel drive car as well. So that there is our quick tune. So we're just throwing this together, get this one out there for you. So while the class is still running, so we've got 24, 30, we've got 30, 50, 65, 80, 95, 110 as the gear. Basically we've gone 30 mile an hour, 20 mile an hour, 15, 15, 15, 15. Yeah, creates a nice little fan in the corner. You could edge that back one, not going to make much difference. Lost 2 mile an hour, so obviously it still pulls well, so we'll keep it there. And then camber, we're at 2 and 1.5 minus negative, so we could go up to 3 if we think we need it, but we'll leave it at 1.5 for now. Toe, so we've gone for a little bit of quicker reaction on the front, a little bit of quicker reaction on the rear with a positive toe, and then we've gone for a full front caster. Roll bars are on 1 and 40, spring rates are on 550 and 500, ride heights on 5.4 and 5.5, bump stiffness 4.6 and 4.6 with the rebound at 6969, geometries at minus 0.8 and then plus 0.8, the anti-squat, the anti-dive is on 25.1 and the anti-squat is on 40.1. We've got the downforce on 100% on the front, we've got no rear spoiler, Clio looks better without it, and we've got 47% 130 and we've got 100% acceleration deceleration. Now if you've seen the other tunes, you can see there's not too many massive differences because you want the car to drive how you want the car to drive. You know, I like them to be a little bit more aggressive, so again, if you want it less aggressive, just close these roll bars up until you feel happy. I mean, you can leave the rear on 40 and just bring the front up until you feel happy. You can increase the tyre pressures a little bit if you prefer running higher tyre pressures, but these are fine. So that's the tune we've got. We can go and test it in the lobby now, see how we get on. So back, multiplayer, D-class. Well, looks like we've got WeatherTech Laguna Seca, so we'll see how we do here. Where is the Clio? It's not too bad. We've got a few D-class cars that we've tuned here, so if there's any that you might fancy exploring, that's a really good four-wheel drive car. So you'd want to set that similar to this with regards to roll bars. Even with the diffs, have your diffs on 100% acceleration and 0 deceleration, then put the torque to 100%. This Golf's another good front wheel drive car, little V6 engine in it, and the Cadet's good. Haven't tried the Omni yet. The Legacy's good. Maserati's not too bad. Fairlady said I haven't tried yet. There's a few cars here, so that Celica's nice. Renault 5's quite good. Yeah, so let's give the Clio a bash. it loading in. Seeker.
If you see a cloud of dust,
so this might be a bit tricky in this one, but we'll give it a go.
Prepare for deteriorating traction from that sand pulled onto the track.
We're going to go straight out for practice. There's no wheel spin there straight away. Take more of that corner there than we did. You can see it's got the rotation as soon as I put it in. It's behaving itself. It's pulling well. Get round there nicely. The trick is with the front wheel drive cars as well, is always, yes, they've got the sound on the telly. Schoolboy out. We'll just finish this lap and I'll sort that out. Just stayed on them. Bit of smoke on the old top of the leg. Touch the handbrake there. Here we come. Let me just turn that TV volume down quickly, sorry guys. There you go. What we got? Not bad. What do you think of the paint job? Let me know what you think. I sort of went with a bit of French inspiration. Try to keep it the blue, the red and the white. It's like you say it's England as well. And American. Get up onto the brow of the hill here, then brake. So we got that. Slipstream there. On the outside. Pick a bit of sand on him. Well, we're into the 115s, isn't it? So ride the slide. Yeah, the trick is with these cars is to try and not ditch the throttle too hard. Like if you're braking hard into a corner, try and maintain some sort of blip on the throttle. Oh, we've been beaten. Let's go again. Oh, we get a penalty for that one. He's all the road. Might be a good lap time without the penalty. The old cock of the leg. So we'll see what we can do on orange tyres. See if we can keep this one clean this time. Lost time. Try and make time through the corkscrew. Cut the outside here, brake late. Touch the air brake. Oh, just too hard. What we got? 115s. So yeah, that's the Clio there. That's the Clio tuned. As you see, it looked quite effective. So we'll try something else. I'm going to go in the Golf. It's got a similar tune. So you see the Golf's got a fairly similar tune, probably a little bit higher on the tyre pressure, but it was a little bit heavier. Gearing the same, alignment the same. I've got a little bit more extreme on the toe there, gone for 2 clicks. Roll bars not as extreme, so maybe extreme them off a bit, as it seemed to work on the other car. Stiffness. There you go. Oh, look. Put that down. I did chuck that together quickly, so put it on the same. So there you go. It's the same as we had. Same as we had the Clio. And now we'll try it with the Golf quickly. So quick practice. Understeers more than the Clio does. Definitely more understeer there than the Clio had. And let's go. So we're going to come over, we're going to stick as far right as we can here. Try to take up too much sand, we're going to brake, turn in late, try and take some of this curb. And we got round there nice. Try not to scrub the inside of that corner because it will slow you down in the sand. It's down the outside here, brake late, down 2 gears inside, back on the throttle. I had to scrub the throttle just slightly to get the front end back in then, to show you that. put the throttle of a front wheel drive cars, it goes dragging deep, just lay off, do it a second time. So we're going to modulate the brake with a couple of taps here. Around the outside of the corkscrew. Just a little let off the throttle, let it get into the curve, back on the throttle. Same with this bend, off the throttle, little touch of the brakes, maybe we're going to need a bit more brakes there. Oh, it doesn't like that bend, does it? There we go, we've got an MX-5 to play with. It is slightly more understeering, but I say it feels fast at the same time, so I don't know, it wasn't too impressive there. Although we started with a 16 on the Clio as well, so. Oh, I thought we were going to get that flat then. Whoa, 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 whoa. There's the old snap off oversteer. That had a click to wrist bones. Get up over the curve. Lost a bit of momentum now. See how you can use the old Scandinavian flick on these cars quite well. On the curve, back on the gas, perfect. So as soon as you get on that curve, you can get back on the gas generally. And does not like that corner. So not quite as effective as the Clio, but you can see the results were similar. I mean, maybe we could, I'm not sure, maybe we could look at tyre width or something like that on the front and increase it to help with the turn in there. What else have we got? Should we try the Lancia Delta quickly while we're here? So this has got a similar setup, but the tyre pressures, because obviously it is running the rear wheels as well, so the tyre pressures are slightly down on what the front wheel drive are. Gearing the same. Alignment, we've got one twitch on the back, on the front, sorry, for a bit of extra turning. Camber's the same. Anti-roll bars for this car, the same as the front wheel drive. We want to create as much rotation on these four wheel drive cars as possible. Springs, so I've got them down there. Looks like they changed slightly. So we're going to go with a 25 difference. One click higher on the rear. Damping the same. This is pretty similar. Yeah, so you can see that's a pretty similar setup. So 100%, 100%, 0, 0, 100%. So, like I say, four-wheel drives, front-wheel drives, very similar in the setup because they can handle more rotation because you haven't got to worry about the rear wheels spinning up and taking you off. So, let's see if we can quickly. So you can see it's a second slower on the Delta than the other two cars. We'll get a quick practice in. It's really got to get in on them apexes. If you're not hitting them apexes, it's going to be slower. You really need to get in on these apexes. I'm missing them. Let's see if we get them distant next time round. You always want to be getting through all 6 gears really, or getting at least into your 6th gear. Oh, putting the rally work in. See how they can just take the extra turn in without compromising the back of the car. So we're about a second slow on our first lap as well, so the delta would seem about right. I think we can do. Let's just stay on. As you can see, it wasn't too bad, but I can improve on that still. So that's the two front wheel drive cars there, and the little Delta chucked in at the end for a similar setup. So what we got, let's have a look. Everyone's obviously fancying themselves in the Porsches and things. Got one of them Porsches, I don't think I've tried it yet. Oh, everyone's gone a bit fast in here now, haven't they? We'll see, we've got a couple of fasters in here, we might have to break ranks. If you recognise any of them. Let's go for the quick here. There's a bit of extra aero on this one. Well, we haven't got long, one lap I reckon. If we don't get a decent lap, we'll just go in the Clio. Where are we going to get? You can stick it in the comments before the lap ends. Oh, I scrubbed speed then, I didn't need to. Just stayed on. Oof. I'm going to have to turn my notifications off, I think. So got second, a third by the looks of it. Did I fuel up? Did I put enough fuel in? I hope so. We're away with a good launch. That's what the good gears do. Gonna get the inside before we get to the bend. It's my corner, but we're not going to like it. We're away. To give the inside there, kind of went. We've got a race. Sit on the clean lap. Oh, I gave him too much then. I went far too wide. Oh, he's taking a lot of curve there. A little downshift to tuck my nose in then. A little bit of handbrake, made that late. Oh no, I've got a flick. Oh no. I do have my steering on simulation as well, so that makes the flicks a little bit harder to get back. But you know, once you get used to normal, simulation is the way forward to get your faster lap times, because the car just turns in better, but you just got to be careful of them snaps. I've got 3 laps to reel him in. What do you reckon? Smooth. and fast. Let's go. See where I loaded up the brake on the throttle then, just to get a direction change. Oh no, don't give me a penalty. Oh. I've now got to catch him and take 3 tenths off him.
3 left.
What he might have is his rear tyres might wear out worse than mine. This car's more perceptible to the front's wearing out. I carried off speed well. Killed a bit there though. Killed a bit there. I'm looking at the other screen. Come on. Ah, it's a cut. Oh, he's off. He's off. We'll wait for him. Give him something to work with. Well, we shouldn't have waited because I could quite still easily muck this up, but catch the flick. Or downshift to get the front in. Stay off there. What we'll do is I'm going to come over to the left, that way it sells him the other side. He's not close enough though. He's alright, he knows I waited. He's a good racer. Making them worn tyres work. I would do a dusty handbrake round here, but it'd catch me out. Didn't want to turn around there at all. Good race. Good race, well there you go. So there's the front wheel drive tunes. We've had the Clio, the Golf, we had a little go in the Delta, and then we did have to switch up to the MX-5. We're probably lucky we did. But yeah, if you want me to share my MX-5 tune, let me know, and I'll show you a few different ways to tune that, speed, grip. So yeah, let me know. I hope you all enjoyed that. Enjoyed making it. Any specific tunes you want for cars, you know, if you want to explore the GT ones or anything like that, I might do a GT one next anyway. I have had a couple of requests to do, to be fair. I've got a 2020 Corvette to do and I think a 2021 BMW M4 that has been asked, so I just haven't done them at the moment because the classes aren't really running. So once we get into A and S class, obviously we'll focus on something for that. But if you want to see something class specific at the moment, I can show you a little tune on the Lola or something like that. So obviously they'll be running out this week. So yeah, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this tuning guides help, and yeah, just remember, when the clutch drops, bullshit stops. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more.
Your instructor is one of the finest pilots this program has ever produced. His exploits are legendary. What he has to teach you may very well mean the difference between life